Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are kicking off the show learning all about the mega concert STARFest, taking place on Saturday, July 15th, and Star 88.3's Melissa Montana joins me in studio. Then we get some really great tips about creating passive income from money expert Robert Farrington. And later, Nugen Law is here to give us some helpful information about elder life care planning. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
STARFest 2023 is taking place on July 15th, and the program is a night of rescue to help rescue children from human trafficking. And here to share more about this concert is Melissa Montana, the CEO and president of the radio station Star 88.3. Hi, Melissa.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
This is so much fun. I can't wait. We're having this big party this Saturday night, and you were so gracious to have us on and be able to talk about this.
Yes.
We truly believe it's going to make a difference in our community. So thank you for catching the vision and allowing us to do this.
You're so welcome. It's so good to have you on. And
Yes.
you know, you're just a burst of energy and just so much fun. And I know that you give that energy through your radio show and then also through an event like this that is going to impact so many lives.
Absolutely.
So share about the overall event. Let's start there.
Yeah, I'm so excited because the whole team is excited, knowing that people are going to gather the Saturday night at the Coliseum. We've had it at different places before, so we want to make sure everyone realizes it is at the Coliseum, and we're going to have a night of music. It is a concert. It's our summer music festival, so if you want to jam for Jesus, you want to crank the music up, do a little dance, we're going to have a night full of all kinds of music. We have City Movements, our local worship talent coming out, and then Riley Clemens, well-known, Jordan Feliz. We also have then co-headliners, Torn Wells and Lecrae on the stage that night. Woo! We cannot wait. So good.
Such great talent.
And then I'll throw this in too, for those of you that like to have a party and kind of kick it up. We've hired also a DJ. His name's Canvas. And if you're not familiar with Canvas, go to Instagram and look up I Hear Canvas. And he is jamming, slamming. He does mashups of worship tunes and some secular tunes together. So people say, hey, I recognize that tune. And then there's worship songs on top of it. He's going to be playing throughout the night. So it's going to be a powerful night of music and dance and celebration too.
It is, and it's going to be a big night. I mean, at the Coliseum, that's a huge venue, and just an opportunity to bring these amazing artists. When I saw the lineup, I know a lot of these artists, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. And the cause is even more amazing because you are partnering with Destiny Rescue. So share more about their mission.
Right, Destiny Rescue is an international organization we've partnered with for years. They're friends of ours. We've supported them for years. We've had them on the air, and they get a chance to help get girls and boys out of harm's way around the world. It truly is inspirational. They've saved thousands of lives. And so that's kind of our mission that night. We're going to have fun. We're going to celebrate. We want you to bring your family and friends because it's a safe place to come. You don't have to worry about the lyrics or the music. But that night, we want to make a difference in the lives of girls around the world. And it's big in the news right now that trafficking is an issue and a problem. And we want to do something about it, not just talk about it or say, hey, it's a good idea if you get interested in it and talk about it, but we're going to do something about it that night. So we're going to get to invest and help make a difference in the lives of children. So we're going to have a segment where we'll tell the story. You know, Destiny Rescue will share videos, share statistics, share the story so you'll know what it's all about. And I think you can't walk out of there and not move, not change that night for all of those reasons.
That's incredible because human trafficking and child trafficking is just such an epidemic that's happening. I mean, and the awareness of it is so important because it's like people forget or they become numb to this fact. So I love that the night is influenced and inspired by that mission for sure. And then as people come out and enjoy the music and stuff, what else can they look forward to in the evening?
Okay, well, we're going to be doing some giveaways too. I can't say all of that, what it's going to be, but we love to do giveaways through the night. So that night we'll have giveaways. I'll throw this out there too, just because big in the world, big in what you hear in the news is a lot of issues with mental health.
Yes.
Mental health issues, people with anxiety and depression. So that night, we have a prayer team that's going to be in a room that night that will love on you, care for you. If you have a family member or friend that just really needs some inspiration, you can take them to the prayer room, and these wonderful people will say, come on in, we'll take a minute and pray with you. So it's been really powerful over the years. It's always been a prayer tent because we've been outside, but now we're inside to the Coliseum. So the prayer room will be available throughout the whole night. But it really is just going to be a night of fun. Come, let go of the things in your life, you know, those things that are bothering you, the issues of the world, the problems in your life or family. You come be with us that night. I promise you, you will walk out changed and feel like, whoo, I needed that.
Yes.
'Cause I need it. I want it. I want to be there.
Yes, it just sounds like just an impactful, empowering night, and so inspirational. I love that so much. And then of course, your radio station, 88.3,
Yes, ma'am.
continues just to inspire people on a daily basis with the type of music that you play, the inspirational music. So share a little bit about your station.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. I know a lot of people in this community know who Star 88.3 is, and we're honored to be here and win Station of the Year a number of times in our industry and the nation. And we've been honored to be in that position, but it's not about awards. It's about your life. And as you listen, we care about you. You will hear us say you. We won't say all of you out there. We'll say you, because your life matters. And so everything we play and say on the air at Star 88.3 on one of our 10 frequencies around the region. So you can hear us around the world online, star883.com. We have an app you can download if you like Christmas music now. We have our Christmas music channel on our app. Some people like their Christmas throughout. So it's Christmas in July going on right now. So Star app, it's free to download. You can hear us anywhere there also. But I can also say, I promise you that when you listen, you give us a few days, give us a couple of weeks to listen, and your life will be changed. That God has something powerful for you. Your life has a purpose. God has something amazing for you, and we want you to know that when you listen to Star 88.3. That's not about us. We get to do this. It's about you and sharing hope with you. So the world needs hope, and we just get to do that. Yay.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
so
you
glad.
so much, Melissa, for
Thank
coming
you.
in and sharing more. And we're excited about your event.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Tickets, you can go online, star883.com, or you can go to the door anytime at the box office this week. If you want to go to the Coliseum box office, you can go there, walk up to the door and get those. And even the day of, we'll have tickets available for you. So anybody can come in.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And if you would like more information about the STARFest, we're going to have their website listed below. It's taking place on July 15th, and you can get your tickets now. As Melissa said, it's just going to be a night of inspiration, hope, and so much more. And we'll be right back.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Passive income has become a popular term over the past few years as people explore ways to earn extra money to supplement their regular income. So today we're going to explore the topic and get some advice on ways to earn additional income from money expert Robert Farrington. He is the founder of The College Investor. Hi, Robert.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Welcome. I'm excited to chat with you. This is such an interesting topic, and I know people want to learn more about it.
Absolutely. I mean, passive income is one of those great keys to wealth. And the sooner you can start building passive income, the more that money will grow for you over time. So I love to encourage people to get started early. And even if it's just a little bit, that can go a long way.
Absolutely. And I want to start off by us kind of breaking down one of the big myths, which is with passive income, you don't have to do much work. Money just kind of appears out of nowhere. But really, there is a requirement to either put money up in advance or give your time. So can you share more about the structure of passive income?
Absolutely. Well, we all want money to appear out of thin air. That is the dream. But you do have to do something up front. And for a lot of people, that's going to be either time or money commitment. So one of the basic ways I like to think of passive income is almost like a savings account. And that's an example that uses money, right? You put money in the savings account, you do nothing, and they'll pay you interest on your savings every month. That's wonderful. However, some of us are coming from a place where, hey, we don't have a lot of money yet to save. And so we need to work and do it. And that's where the time part comes in. So you can either invest your time, generate a little money, and have that grow for you as well. And there's lots of different ways that you can commit your time, whether that's a side hustle, real estate, things like that, that can generate passive income. And then hopefully you'll get the money that also generates passive income. And you can kind of see it's a hybrid, right? You have a little time, you have a little money, and they both will help you grow that wealth together.
Yes, and it is so important. I mean, when we talk about inflation, when we talk about just the rising cost of so much, having additional streams of income is very important and sometimes very vital in our lives. And so I do want to talk about the scam aspect before we get into the good, juicy part, which is the actual tips and advice. Let's talk about the scams, because it's very important that people are made aware of schemes that are out there that people try to take advantage of people who are looking for passive income, including the college debt consolidation scam. So can you share more about that?
Absolutely. Well, I think you know how this goes, and our listeners and our viewers will hear it, is that when you are in a dire financial strait, whether that's dealing with student loan debt or you're looking for ways to make extra money because you need to achieve a goal, there are people that are preying on you for that. And that's what's always so rough. So whether it comes to getting out of student loan debt, consolidating your student loans, you should never pay any money up front for any of that, whether that's getting out of debt, building wealth, starting any kind of side hustle. You don't need to pay money up front. Mm-hmm. If you have a will, there is a way that you can do it for free. And so when it comes to your student loans, one of the best ways is just to go to studentaid.gov, the government's website, and they can navigate you through everything with your student loans at no cost to you. Mm-hmm. When it comes to building wealth with these passive income ideas or these side hustle ideas, like we said, it either takes your time or your money that goes into a real investment account, like a real bank account, but it doesn't require paying a random third party or a company with some kind of promise. Like, if you invest or you do this, we can help eliminate your loans. Or if you give us money, we can help generate money. That's not how these work. So those should be big red flags for you if you're looking at either getting out of debt, building wealth, starting a side income.
Yes, red flag, mayday, mayday. Stop. Yes. So that is so important, just to hit that alert button in your head. And your website and blog, The College Investor, was designed really to help people, I was going to say students, but really anyone who could be in school, escape their student loans and then also build their wealth for their future. And you give a lot of different tips and advice for starting passive income and different ideas. So can you share some of that right now? This is the good old meat and potatoes.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, I started this because I'm a big believer in earning extra money to achieve your financial goals. And I just love the world we live in, because on your phone or on your computer, there are so many apps that you could go out and drive, you could go deliver, you can go sell stuff, you can create something and sell it on the internet as well. And all of these opportunities, they might not be the most lucrative, but if you can add $100 a week to your budget, that's game changing for a lot of Americans. Slowly but surely, you're going to start building that passive income stream. And it might not seem like a lot in year one, but by the time you've been doing it for a few years, you will really see some solid growth. And that feels really good.
Yes. And like you said, you have the option of having your own funds and building interest and money off of that. But then there's also a whole lot of options that you can do digitally, right? So selling products online, like you mentioned, but something that has become really popular is like selling ebooks or courses, or just something that you create or you can hire someone else to create, and you kind of have a little mini business, which is above board and really cool. Something else that I really loved, an idea that I read on your site, was doing stock images, like selling stock photos, like really pouring into a hobby that you may have. And there's a need out there. So it's about getting creative. And then you also include tutoring, online tutoring, right? So using your education and skills to help other people.
I mean, you nailed it. There's just so many ways. And it's like the more I talk to people and the more you talk to people, you just get these ideas. So when you mention selling stuff, I know my sister-in-law, she sells stuff on Etsy. She creates wedding invitations. And so she gets paper and like creates these elaborate invitations and people buy them. And then she still enjoys watching her shows at night. It's not really cutting into her life, but she's at the coffee table making these invitations and still enjoying her life at the same time while earning some extra income. Like you said, the stock photography, if any of us have watched YouTube or gone on the internet, there is so much stock photography and videography out there. Well, where does that come from? That comes from just people that are taking these videos and then posting them online, and people will pay for the rights to use that content. And so you do got to put that time up front, right?
Yeah.
But then you get the reward of the passive income stream going forward.
Yes, that's so awesome. Well, thank you so much, Robert, for chatting with us today and sharing your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And if you would like more information about the College Investor, I highly recommend checking out their website. There's so many tips and tricks about so many ways just to enhance your wealth and build your future. We'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
This segment sponsored by Nugen Law. As we age, it's so important to plan ahead. So today we're going to talk about life care planning services through Nugen Law. And I'm excited to speak with attorney J. Brian Nugen. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome back. Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes. So let's continue this conversation dealing with elder law and more specifically life care planning services that you offer. So what is life care planning?
So life care planning at Nugen Law is really a very holistic approach to how we provide care for our clients. Traditionally, I think when people think of speaking with an attorney, they're coming in for a document to be prepared. The attorney prepares the document, the transactional documents, and the client leaves, and you see them when there's an emergency or something changes.
Right.
With life care planning, our law firm is much more involved with our clients so that we have on staff professionals that could assist you with things like reviewing your Medicare, making sure that your assets are protected, your estate planning. We have someone on staff called an elder care coordinator that is attending any of your medical appointments. If you're in a facility and you have care plan meetings, they're attending those care plan meetings, breaking that down for the family and explaining to them what that's about. Let's say, for example, you're moving from your home to an assisted living facility. Our elder care coordinator would organize that move and make sure that that goes smoothly. So when we look at life care planning, it's much more than just preparing a document with a law firm.
Right.
We're getting to know our clients very intimately. We're assisting them through their life as they're aging very successfully and permitting the families to be family members more so than just a care provider. We're looking for that outside assistance so that we can maintain a healthy familial relationship with our loved ones and can rely on Nugen Law to provide those other resources for our loved ones, our parents, to age successfully.
Yes, that's great. I mean, it sounds like a really strong liaison and a spokesperson and
right.
really an advocate on behalf of the family that stays with them. So how long would a coordinator stay with the family throughout this process?
Well, it's not only the coordinator that's staying with the client. Typically, our clients have contracts that are 12 months in length.
Okay.
And so if you speak with us once, you speak with us 10 times, 50 times, 100 times, it's the same cost. It doesn't change. So during that period of 12 months, you have access to all of the attorneys on staff. You have access to the elder care coordinator on staff. We have a benefits coordinator that would be assisting with those VA and Medicaid benefits. We have a Medicare specialist also that reviews your Medicare to make sure that you're on the most appropriate plan. And then every year in the fall when we have open enrollment, sits with all of our clients and make sure that the Medicare plan that you signed up for is most appropriate for you. Considering where you are, the medications that you're on, what your health concerns are.
Yes.
So it's definitely a very holistic approach. Those are the folks that are assisting.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like you make sure that the benefits are really working for them. I mean, because Medicare and Medicaid can be quite complicated, right?
Without
There's
a
so
doubt.
many levels and layers, and
Yeah.
you want to make sure that they get all of their benefits.
For sure. It always breaks my heart when I hear clients say to me, "If I wish I would have known that 2 years ago,"
Yeah.
or "I wish I would have known that when we were caring for mom."
Yeah.
So it is very important for folks to come in, speak with Nugen Law, speak with an elder care attorney. And if you are fortunate enough to work with a life care planning law firm, you'll see so much more. So it's a very robust representation of the client that we have, and explaining to them those benefits of Medicare and Medicaid, of course.
And so, piggybacking off of that, what is something that you feel that people may not understand, or it may be a misperception, or how they kind of think that the benefits should work for them, and maybe they don't know?
I think the biggest misconception is they're not aware that there are programs that are available to them. They aren't aware that there are several different organizations that are in our community that can provide support for them. And it isn't necessarily, the biggest concern that folks always have is, I don't want to be in a nursing home, I'm concerned about being forced to leave my home. If the misconception is that that actually happens, quickly, somebody pulls you from your home, that isn't it at all. In fact, if you're working with Nugen Law, working with the life care planning team at Nugen Law, what we're looking for you to do is to remain in a place that's appropriate for you, considering your situation. So as long as we can maintain you in your home, we want to do that.
Yeah.
We want to bring the help in to do that. If your home is no longer a good place, it doesn't make sense for you to be there, maybe we're looking at independent living, maybe we're looking at assisted living, but our team is there helping you to transition, looking at those facilities, setting up times to review the facilities, have a tour of them, make recommendations about what's most appropriate for you.
Yes, that is important, to have another set of eyes and to actually have a professional that knows the industry well to be able to guide them in the right direction.
That's right.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
I appreciate the information.
I appreciate your time.
Yes, and as you heard, Nugen Law is more than just an estate planning law firm. They actually help with life care planning. They focus on elder law, which is so incredible. So if you would like more information, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Nugen Law. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed the show, and you can always catch up on WANE.com. And remember, it's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow for, Friday. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.